Well, this isn't good. So basically I'm traveling on the Gratney right now. Alternator light kept coming on and off. And then I noticed ABS light came on, which was telling me my battery's not charging. Then I looked at the temperature and the car started overheating. Like, fuck. Didn't get hot, but it got about 3/4 of the way up. Pulled over here, opened the hood. I got coolant overflowing out of my tank, and my catalytic converter was literally glowing in the dark. You can't see it on camera. Something's going on. I'm on Gratney and Red Road right now, so I'm gonna let the car cool down, and I'm gonna baby it to my dad's house. This is fucked. All right, let me get back inside the car. All right, update. The car has somewhat cooled down, but when I go turn the key, she's fucking dead. Oh man. I'm suspecting that one of my accessories has locked up, either power steering pump, or I'm leaning towards power steering pump actually, AC compressor or alternator, and it's causing the belt to slip. And with the belt slipping, it wasn't turning the water pump, obviously wasn't turning the alternator, and it wasn't turning my AC compressor. So as I was cruising down here on my way to work, I noticed the alternator light will come on when I would turn. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? But then later on I got into the Gratney, which is a fairly, pretty straight highway, and without even turning, the alternator light came on. And I'm like, shit. And then I look over to the other side of the gauge cluster where my temp gauge is, and I saw that it was creeping up 3/4 of the way. And I go, fuck. Had a little bit of a panic attack. That's when I had to fucking pull over and on the side of the road here and check it out. But anyways, I got the hood up right now. Blade in the engine cooled down even more. I've already called the tow truck. They should be here probably within a fucking hour. Hopefully they bring a flatbed. And instead of going to work like a normal person, I get to fix my car. Not stoked on that. I'm suspecting my power steering pump is locking up and is causing the belt to slip. It's a brand new serpentine belt too. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna swap out the power steering pump, charge the battery, go from there, see what happens. I do have another AC compressor, and I do have another alternator sitting on that 2J that's in my garage. So I'd have to go all the way over there, pull those off, come back. Today's definitely gonna be a shit show, that's for sure. 100%. But anyways, I'll update you guys once the tow truck gets here. Tow truck just showed up. Gladly they brought a flatbed. Let's see if it clears. It looks like it will. That's why I refuse to get a front lip or probably even go any lower. So perfect ride height for a tow truck. Badass. Anyways, we're gonna drop the car off at my dad's house and I'll see you then. All right, we are back at the old fucking Orange Tech headquarters. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, car made it. Tow truck driver was fucking real professional. As you saw in that video, that clip, dude. That makes me not ever want to get a front lip for this car. I mean, luckily there was no damage, the car survived, but man, it was just touching, and I imagine having a front lip, I was like, there's just no fucking way that will ever survive a tow truck. If I do get one, I have to get like a quick release fucking front lip or whatever. Not that I'm planning on this car to break down often, but in the event that it does. Anyways, first step I have to do, remove the serpentine belt, start turning these pulleys one by hand and see which one is giving me the most resistance or is completely seized. And I have a feeling it's my power steering pump. I'm actually fingers crossed that I'm hoping that's my power steering pump because I have one there. Oh, I got coolant everywhere, that sucks. It's still hot? No. And not for nothing, but luckily I fucking caught my temperature gauge when it was at 3/4, so that's not too bad. But I think my radiator really helped me out on that. Without it, I think it would have overheated a lot quicker, and I probably would have noticed it until it's too late. But anyways, man, it's fucking 8:56 in the morning. I'm already sweating balls. So I'm gonna get a 14, pull that serpentine belt off, see exactly what the fuck's going on. So after a shit ton of running around, quick lunch break, and a rainstorm, well, right before all that, I went to go put the serpentine belt back on. I noticed something wasn't right. Let me show you. You can see the crank pulley down there. I'm not supposed to be able to spin that by hand. So the inevitable has happened to me. This always happens on 2Js with high mileage or whatever. The crankshaft pulley technically is two-piece construction, separated by a rubber isolator. That's what gives you the vibration dampening. Over time, that rubber deteriorates with mileage, heat, etc. I don't really abuse the car. Actually, I don't even abuse the car. Very rarely I fucking like floor it and accelerate hard and shit. That's beside the point. It happens. Luckily, again, for that spare 2JZ I have in my garage, I rushed all the way to my house, pulled the harmonic balancer off of that engine. Yes, I know that engine is also high mileage, but I need the car. It's my daily, and if I already have one in my garage, I'm gonna fucking use it. So, pulled it off. We're back now, and I really don't want to drain my coolant to pull the radiator. I'm gonna attempt to do this pulley swap without pulling the radiator. I'm pretty sure I gotta remove the upper radiator hose, but this is gonna fucking suck. Not to mention it just rained and the sun is out full force right now. It's hot as fucking balls and its humidity is like 200% right now. I'm doing a lot of complaining right now, but I gotta get started. So, here we go. Okay. Alright. Let me show you guys what I got going on. I managed to get the fan shroud out. I lost maybe, I don't know, maybe a quart of antifreeze. But let me show you guys exactly what I got going on here. See that? That's fucked. I could probably get a primer behind that and just peel the whole fucking thing off. So here's my spare that I had. I mean, it looks okay, hopefully. I brought the bolt just in case, but my job now is to pull that one off and swap it out. I was in here about 1.5 years ago to do the timing belt. I mean, I do remember putting Loctite on that crank bolt, but hopefully it's not as bad as, you know, a typical JZ engine where the crank pulley has just been sitting there for fucking years and decades. Because you know, if you ever try to pull one off, it's a fucking bitch, especially if it's never been done before on a high mileage engine. This day has been complete utter fucking bullshit. What's this? Went to go take off the old crank pulley. Here it is, by the way. It goes together like that. Rubber isolator here for vibration. This is what your belts go on. Basically, the crankshaft was spinning, and this belt portion was just fucking sitting still right there in place. And my accessories weren't turning. Like I said before, I had to go all the way to my place in Pepper Pines, get the pulley off of the old engine that I had there in my garage, come back, and it's time to take this off. This motherfucker, even though I had it off maybe 1 year ago, 1.5 years ago, it would not come off. Fucking, we put this, well, first thing we did was get the big ass chain wrench, which is like a strap wrench but uses a chain to go around the pulley, and then with a breaker bar, my dad and I were trying to fucking at the same time I was pulling the chain wrench, he was pushing the breaker bar and the bolt, nothing. We tried it like 3-4 times. Step 2 was the good old-fashioned trick, putting the battery in the car, breaker bar resting it against the frame rail of the vehicle and the engine bay, and hitting the key, which that's what I did last year, or you know, whenever I did the timing belt, that's what I did. It worked fucking perfectly. I'm like, alright, cool. Set it all up, hit the key, boom, nothing. Breaker bar fell off. Alright, put it back on, hit it again, boom, nothing. Breaker bar fell off again. I'm like, shit, what the fuck? I start assessing what the fuck I need to do next. And I see that my radiator, my brand new 2 dual core aluminum radiator, I'm not even gonna show you guys, has 2 fucking big ass holes in it. From hitting the key on the starter and the breaker bar, the fucking completely shooting off the crank bolt into the radiator 2 times. I saw that and I was like, fuck. Well, I don't think it's leaking. So I grabbed the top radiator hose and I give it a good squeeze. Sure enough, fucking the red Toyota coolant fucking was squirting right out. I was pissed. I was fucking pissed. Brand new radiator down the fucking $150 down the drain right there. Now I'm fuming. So we grabbed this fucking thing, this fucking 1/2-inch drive air impact with 2 hoses on it, mind you. We ran 2 fucking hoses from the air compressor to this gun. There's the air compressor right there. Real deal Holyfield, not some Mickey Mouse shit from fucking Sears. And what ended up happening was the socket, that's a 1/2-inch drive, and we didn't have any 1/2-inch drive, 22 millimeters. We had a half-inch drive, I'm sorry, 3/4-inch drive. 3/4-inch drive. We didn't have a 22 mil, but we had the standard, which is whatever the fuck. So like, fuck it, we rolled the dice. Oh, I took the radiator off so I could fit that, by the way. We rolled the dice, we put it in there, and the 3/4-inch drive standard socket started to fucking round off. And I was like, shit. Like, this is it. I'm gonna have to, like, I'm already thinking the worst. Like, I'm having a panic attack. I'm gonna have to pull this fucking engine and go get this whole other engine from my garage and just swap the goddamn engine out for a fucking crank pulley. But luckily my dad was like, you know, fuck this shit. He was getting pissed too, so he grabbed the oxyacetylene torch and started heating it up like a good solid 10 fucking minutes, and the crank bolt was just glowing fucking red. And then we just put the regular 1/2-inch air impact with a 22 mil socket, and it fucking, I mean, it took a little time holding on the trigger, but eventually it fucking spun right off. And what a fucking mission, dude. So got the bolt out, you know, inspected the crank still looks good, the keyway still looks good. I threw the pulley remover set on there, pulled off the center section of the crank pulley, and here's where I'm at. I just finished ordering a brand new radiator from eBay, the same one, aluminum one, $154 coming from New Jersey, better than coming from all over California. Today's Monday, it'll get here on Friday, so I gotta drive my wife's IS300 to work all week. Unfortunately, the car's gonna have to fucking sit here for a whole week without a radiator because I wanted to kind of half-ass it and save time. From the start, I should have just pulled the fucking radiator. Should have just did it. My thing was I didn't want to drain the coolant because I was brand new coolant and I had really nowhere I could put it so I could reuse it. That's what I get. I fucked myself. And I have nowhere to blame but myself. So, anyways, ordered a brand new radiator just now. eBay says guaranteed delivery by Friday. We'll fucking see. I hope so, because I'm hosting a small car meet at Wawa on Friday that I set up last weekend. So, I mean, quite a few people are going to show up. Worst case scenario, I'll bring the SC300, which is really not ideal. I mean, I don't mind the car, but it's just, I'd rather take my SC. Today fucking sucks. Oh, mind on top of that, the whole time I'm fighting with this crank pulley and crank bolt, it's fucking raining. And now the rain finally stopped and the sun's out, so it's gonna get hot as fucking balls now. But just when you're pissed off, you're having like a mini panic attack, and on top of that, it's fucking raining on top of you. That's just gonna escalate the situation a lot more than what it needs to be. So whatever, it is what it is. It's over now. It's all said and done. I pulled the radiator out, threw it on the ground, and I had to grab I grabbed the fucking big ass pry bar and just started taking my anger out on it. So I'm not even gonna show you guys. It's fucked. It's in a scrap pile right now. Anyways, yeah, the new one's coming. I didn't want to put another OEM plastic radiator in there. That would kill me inside to do that. But yeah. So I'm glad I found the problem. Fucking crank pulley. I'm about to go put it in now. This time I'm gonna put anti-seize on the crankshaft and anti-seize on the threads of the crank bolt. Torque it down to spec. And basically just fucking count down to this one, let's go. And then I'll go ahead and buy a new one. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy a fucking brand new one and have it on standby. Mangoes are falling and hitting the shed. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna buy a brand new crank pulley, have it on standby for when this one lets go. Boom. I'll have it on hand and I'll pull the radiator out the next time. So, lesson learned. Definitely some fucking rod knock luck going on right now. So, I'll put the head strap in for you guys and get to work on putting this new pulley in, and then getting the belt. And that's really as far as I can go right now. Without that radiator, I can't really do anything else today. So.
SC300. It's submarine